You need to come over here right now.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to. Get out of the vehicle.
You got me up, bro. I own this.
Actively resisting. She's taking off.
It's a dark, humid night in Duck Key, Florida. Officers are on the hunt for 24-year-old Stephanie Bloodworth, a woman with a reputation and a Tesla to match it. Earlier, a series of frantic calls flooded the local dispatch, warning of a gray Tesla nearly hitting a palm tree before reversing dangerously close to two pedestrians.
Turn off of the vehicle. Turn it off.
Okay.
Stand in front of my patrol vehicle right now. Right now. Ma'am.
After tailing her Tesla, Monroe County deputies find Bloodworth sitting inside, parked but defiant. When officers approach, she barely flinches. One deputy firmly commands her to turn off the vehicle, but she hesitates, almost as if the rules don't apply to her. She then asks what she's been accused of, as if the answer isn't already clear.
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you need to come over here right now.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to.
Bloodworth's reluctance escalates, and when told she's running, she denies it with a casual wave. She's there in front of them now, isn't she? But the officer isn't buying it. His patience is visibly wearing thin, and at this point, she's out of warnings. The officer threatens to pepper spray her, clearly reaching his breaking point.
I'm right here.
Yeah, now you are.
So, what do you want?
Ma'am,
What do you need?
do you need me to pepper spray you? You need to get over here right now.
For what?
Turn around!
For what?
511, she's refusing to comply. Hey!
Bloodworth has had enough of this inconvenience. With a slight smirk, she ignores the deputy's orders and defiantly closes her car door. Suddenly, she revs her engine and takes off. Bloodworth's escape is short-lived though, as backup units quickly surround her vehicle, forcing her to a stop a second time.
Get out of the vehicle.
You got me up, bro. I own this.
Actively resisting. Get out of the Get out of the vehicle! She's taking off!
After being stopped for the second time, she steps out of her Tesla, cell phone clutched tightly, dialing someone she thinks can get her out of this. She cries and yells at her dad on the phone, her voice dripping with entitlement. Her father apparently owns the island, which she thinks should give her some immunity from the local law enforcement.
You should stop me over. Oh my god, Dad! They're arresting
Stop
me!
resisting!
No, dude! What are you doing?
Don't resist.
What are you doing, dude? You didn't even know me! Dad, they're arresting me!
Stop resisting!
Dad! Dad!
As officers try to detain her, she physically resists, twisting and turning to avoid their grip. Dude, what are you doing? She protests, seemingly bewildered that anyone would dare put hands on her. As she's finally forced to the ground, she continues calling out to her father for help, like he'll magically appear to fix the situation.
Dad! I don't know what I did! What am I doing? Why are you doing this?
One detained.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
Okay, let go of
No,
your phone.
no, I'm not. My dad is on the phone, and he's.
Hey!
Hey!
You are not gonna kick me. This is not okay. Get your leg over here and turn over.
Bloodworth doesn't relent, even after she's cuffed. She tells the cops that her dad owns the island one more time, as though the statement alone should make her untouchable. When asked her age, she says she's 24. But the fact that she's an adult doesn't stop her from trying to involve her father in her misadventure.
No, this is what happens when you flee and then you kick me.
I didn't flee, and I didn't kick you.
So those lights and sirens mean nothing? We're just out
Can
here.
I call my father?
No.
He owns the island. Call my father.
I'm not calling your dad.
Then what are you
How
gonna
old
do?
are you? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, 24. We don't need to call your dad.
Yeah, you're right. And you're not gonna take me in either.
Finally, her father arrives on the scene, looking visibly frustrated and defeated. Bloodworth begins to ramble about her 3 houses on the island, a brag that falls flat given her current situation. Her father tries to reason with her, urging her to calm down and accept the consequences.
Dad!
Ma'am.
Dad!
Stephanie, you have to calm down. And you were speeding. And now the way you've acted, you've gotten yourself in a deep hole and they're going to take you to jail. So calm down.
She went to the floor.
There's nothing I can do.
Just CYA.
Calm down. I'll get down there and see you when I can.
After finally getting her to the station, officers attempt to perform a standard field sobriety test. Bloodworth, however, doesn't quite grasp the concept. Instead of following instructions, she decides it's a great time for some stretches. When asked to take 9 steps heel to toe, she stops mid-step, bends her back, and starts stretching like she's warming up for a workout session. The officer's patience, already on thin ice, continues to erode.
Once you begin, do not stop until the exercise is completed. Stephanie, do you understand these instructions?
You need 9 steps. Count it.
9 steps, heel to toe, turn around by taking a series of small steps. Do I need to show it to you again? You sure you understand?
Stretch, though.
You need to stretch?
Well, I just been driving all day.
All right, Stephanie, you have to. We got to start doing this, okay?
All right, let's go.
Do you need me to explain the instructions again to you?
No.
Are you sure that you understand?
You need 9 steps back.
Well, do you need me to go over the instructions again?
No.
Okay. Can you get into the starting position, please? Do you remember the starting position? Okay, it's going to be the left foot behind, right foot in front, just like this, Stephanie.
I'm like the other
Okay.
way.
Are you ready to begin? Do you understand these instructions?
Yes.
Okay, Stephanie, you may begin.
Bloodworth then faces the breathalyzer test, which she treats with the same casual indifference. It takes her multiple tries to properly blow into the device, each attempt more half-hearted than the last. The officer instructs her to blow hard, but she insists she's doing it right. After a prolonged struggle, she finally manages to provide a sample.
All you have to do is take a deep breath. Deep breath.
Yeah, but why?
What? I just told you.
Because you think I'm wrong.
That's not what I said. I'm requesting you submit to one full test of your breath with person. And I'll tell you when to stop blowing, okay? And begin. Blow hard. No. Until that machine starts making noise, you need to blow. You're not blowing.
I am.
Understand one thing, if you don't,
I am blowing.
you're not.
The result, a blood alcohol content of 0.268, over 3 times the legal limit. Despite her earlier claims of being perfectly sober, the numbers don't lie.
You're not blowing. You're not. Nope.
Yes, I am.
Deep, hard blow.
Oh my gosh.
Until that machine makes noise, you're not blowing.
I see.
I'm gonna take you as a refusal.
No, no.
And refusal is another charge.
Dude, feel my
Go
my
ahead.
chest.
Go ahead.
It's moving like that.
Go ahead. It's not my first day. The machine, you can't fool the machine. So either you blow or
I'm
you're not.
pressing. I just don't know if I'm
Breathe.
pressing wrong.
Push it all out of your lungs. Are you sucking in or are you blowing? See? You're not blowing.
I am.
You're not. You're not.
Do you think I know how to fool this? I've never done this in my life.
Blow into the tube.
Ultimately, Bloodworth faces charges for DUI, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and evading police. She later accepts a plea deal, agreeing to 2 years of probation. Despite everything, the court grants her permission to leave the country for a cruise, proving that sometimes, even the long arm of the law can come short.
What happened? What?
Outside a buzzing Clayton County sports bar, officers encounter a woman lying on the ground, entirely unresponsive. They try to rouse her, but she's not saying much that makes sense, so they haul her up to a bench nearby. This is where the story takes a turn, and it's clear she's not just any bar patron. Turns out, she's Fissia Franklin, the vice chair of Clayton County Board of Commissioners.
Ma'am. Hi. How are you? You alright?
Sitting upright on the bench, Franklin is slouched, glassy-eyed, and still mumbling incoherently when officers gather some info from a witness nearby. The witness shares a few bits. Franklin apparently staggered out of the bar, denied driving, and mentioned she had a ride coming. The officers want to confirm she hasn't suffered any serious injury, especially since they found her sprawled on the pavement.
Hi. How are you? You alright? Bro, who served her?
We got an ambulance coming.
EMS finally arrives and tries to get some clarity from Franklin herself. They ask simple questions, her name, if she's in pain, but Franklin's responses are practically incoherent. She's barely stringing together words, let alone explaining anything. The EMTs want to take her to the hospital for evaluation, but Franklin isn't exactly cooperative.
I don't know what they gave.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I don't know what they gave.
Where's your purse?
Right here. We got it right here.
Okay.
They're not taking her yet. They're just gonna put her in the back to evaluate her.
Okay, my mom is her emergency contact and she's on the way. My mom called me.
I'm here. I'm just trying to find out where you're at. I'm going around someplace right now.
Okay,
At this point, Franklin seems more agitated, demanding water but refusing treatment. She insists someone put something in her drink, a statement EMS takes into account, though they still try to assess her for injuries and attempt to get her standing. But Franklin's attitude sours quickly, shifting from unsteady calm to outright hostility.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take her for public transit.
I can't get about this truck.
She's not working.
I'll get about this truck. Free me, Patty, please. Get out of this truck. Get him the get him the out of this truck.
They can try. Miss call you.
Get him the out of this truck.
Alright, she's not cooperating with him.
I know.
So
I can see it.
They don't mind if you try talking to her.
Okay.
After a bit of back and forth, EMS finally gets her onto the gurney. She's placed in the ambulance, but as they strap her down, Franklin's behavior turns hostile. Out of nowhere, she starts yelling at the EMTs, demanding they leave her alone, swearing, and telling everyone to get out of her face. Not exactly the calm cooperation you'd hope for during a medical emergency.
Off of him! Stop what you're doing! Stop, Lisa! Felicia, look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
You got extra gloves.
Felicia, they gotta check you out, baby. Listen to me. No. They're trying to help. Don't hit them. They're trying to help.
About this truck and you can help me.
No. Felicia, listen to me. Listen to me.
I can't listen to you. I can't listen to
Yes,
you.
you can.
So I can.
Franklin's friend Patty arrives, attempting to smooth things over and console her. Franklin repeatedly shouts, "Patty, don't leave me. They put something in my drink." And just when it seems things can't escalate any further, Franklin begins vomiting. The EMT immediately smells whiskey, catching Franklin's friend off guard.
Felicia, they're gonna take you to the hospital and restrain you if you don't
You
listen to me.
take me to Embry. If you
No,
take
no,
me
no, no,
anywhere,
no,
you
no.
take me to Embry.
Felicia, listen to me. Felicia, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Felicia, listen to me. Shh, you're okay. You're okay.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're okay.
No, I'm not.
Look at me.
No, I'm not.
Look at me in your.
No,
Look at me.
I'm not.
Look at me.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Felicia.
This is a f***ing nightmare. Get him out this truck.
No, don't.
Get him out this.
Patty tries to explain that Franklin has been on medication for bronchitis and probably had cabin fever from being cooped up, which might explain her drinking. But the combination of alcohol and meds, probably not the best decision for the county vice chair.
You need to stop.
Felicia.
You're gonna make it worse than what it needs to be.
Felicia.
You motherfucker.
No, he's not. He's not making it worse.
Let
We're
them
all
look at
trying to
you.
help, baby.
No, you're not.
Felicia.
No, you're not.
Honey, you fell
No,
down.
you're not.
You fell down. We want to make sure that
No,
you're
you're
okay.
not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
We gotta make sure you're okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
The EMTs are trying every approach here. First, they're gentle, then firm, but Franklin's not responding. It's clear she needs to go to the hospital, but she still refuses treatment and won't let them check her blood pressure. She's combative, fighting off the medics' attempts to secure her on the gurney. Officers and medics alike are visibly frustrated as Franklin's outbursts become increasingly disruptive.
She just threw up again. I mean,
She threw up again?
what he said is she's got to sign a release and she's got to walk to a car. She can't do either one of those right now.
Yeah.
So I think she has to go to the hospital.
Can't take her.
Not unless she can sign a release and walk to the car, is what he told
The
me.
concern is that she rolled off and she may have hit her head. That may be the cause of the vomiting too. It could be a lot of factors, but
Because she was on the ground out here when I got here. Y'all had just put her on the
we were
stretcher.
picking her up. So concussions, if you hit it just right, it causes vomiting and disorientation.
She hit her head just right.
Franklin's friend Patty is visibly torn. She doesn't want to leave Franklin, but she also understands the situation isn't just about helping a friend home. This is now a full medical concern. As Franklin begins screaming, cursing, and kicking, officers start discussing alternative plans, contemplating whether she needs to be restrained to protect herself and others.
At this point in time, I've had it. I've had it. We're at 0 right now. I've tried every avenue to help you, but you are not cooperating with me. You're going to sit here and you're going to be quiet, and we're going to take you to the hospital. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Patty, get him out my
I
face
don't
before
care
I punch
who
you.
Patty is. You are
Get him out
my
face
patient.
before I punch you.
After minutes of back-and-forth attempts, EMTs make one last effort to calm Franklin down, giving her a final warning. But Franklin's hostility is relentless. She continues to demand that everyone get out of her face, and screams for Patty to help her, seemingly unwilling to face the reality of her situation.
Call Katie, get him out my face.
So the choice is, do you want to go to the hospital or do you want to go to jail?
You get him out my face. You did not handle
We're
this
going to the
properly.
hospital. Hush. We're going to the hospital. Be quiet.
Because
Get
either way,
him
you'll
out
have to go to the
my face.
hospital because the jail won't take you this drunk.
I'm not that drunk. You can take me to the hospital. Get him out my face. Get him out my
He's going to
face.
be out of your face in a minute.
Get him out my face.
Making you safe.
Get him out my face.
Despite the multiple pleas and warnings, Franklin is still combative. The EMT's patience wears thin, and he sternly informs her that if she doesn't calm down, she'll be taken into custody for obstructing their work. At this point, Franklin's behavior is dangerously close to pushing them past the point of leniency.
Get him out my face. Don't you move this truck until you get him out my face.
All right.
Yeah.
Finally, realizing there's no reasoning with her in this state, medics proceed to transport her. They have no choice but to continue with the evaluation, but it's clear Franklin's night isn't ending as she may have hoped. An unplanned hospital trip and a likely investigation await her in the morning. This wasn't just an isolated incident, it was a spiral, a series of questionable choices, and a staggering fall from grace for a public figure who clearly lost control of the night.
Please stop my mom. Call Dr. Carson. Don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. I want my mommy. She was a good nurse. I want my mommy.
In one of the most bizarre incidents ever captured on body cam, a suspected drunk driver called the cops on herself. Let's rewind a little bit.
911, where's your emergency?
Babe, is that you? Is that you?
Hello?
Is that you?
What's your emergency?
It's 80 degrees upside down. Should I get back in my car?
She flipped her vehicle. She said that she has been drinking.
Yep, I'm drunk. I'm a drunk trying to drive my car, and I thought that some...
Where are you at?
Cedar Point.
Cedar Point?
Yep, I think.
Okay.
It looks like she's on Canterbury. She says that she...
Should I get back in my vehicle and drive a little bit?
Away from her vehicle.
Can you see an address?
I thought I was going to die.
That voice belongs to 30-year-old Bethany Gosan, who seems to be coming to grips with her situation in real time, narrating her own drunken adventure. Somewhere in the blur of night, she's ended up teetering over a loading dock, 50 meters from where she thought she was, Cedar Point Amusement Park.
I'm drunk. I'm so drunk. It's not even Funny. I'm just like hoping I'm not gonna die. My name is Bethany. I'm like drunk in the middle of nowhere, right? I just went on a random drive because me and my boyfriend were fighting, and then I got like stuck in this random place of this random development, and I feel like it's like not a development, but like Cedar Point instead.
Are you injured at all?
Nope, just drunk.
Turns out, Bethany had taken herself on a late-night freedom drive after a fight with her boyfriend. Somewhere along that journey, she apparently mistook this loading dock for Cedar Point. It's hard to see how that would happen, but well, here we are.
Hi! I'm drunk. My car is at like 50-degree angles. I am drunk. And I am scared.
What happened?
Oh, wait. These officers are making me less scared. Okay. I'm gonna get off. Yeah. Bye. Thanks, babe. You made me less anxious to be on the phone with my officer. So I am drunk, and I went on a random drive on Cedar Point, apparently, and apparently my car ended up like this.
Yeah.
And I am drunk.
Bethany's attempt to reason with the officers, though, is where the comedy really kicks in. She stammers about the financial costs and even asks if there's a way to just skip all these annoying tests and get her car back on the ground. At this point, even the officers are struggling to keep a straight face.
Do you think physical disabilities that prevent you from like walking or balancing or anything like that?
No,
I have 2 more tests I'm going to ask you to do. Do you want to try to do those?
It was just bringing my vehicle back down to where it was like on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Is there like a way to do
tow
that?
truck, yeah.
Can we do that without that?
No. Do you have a, do you want to take my other 2 tests for balance?
I mean, is it gonna affect anything?
It's your options. We have 3 tests that we like to do. So I just tested your eyes there for horizontal gaze nystagmus. So I would want to see if you want to do any balance tests as well. Do you want to submit to those, or do you want to not submit to those?
The only question that I have is how is it gonna affect me, like financially?
Just your choice as to what you want to do right now.
At this point, officers attempt some sobriety tests. Bethany, however, is already failing the vibe check by muttering nervously. She's clearly not up for Olympic-level balancing right now, which becomes even more evident when she's asked to do the one-leg stand.
Take a series of small steps around the last step. Come back down that line. 1, 2, 3, and up to 9 all the way back. Once you started the test, don't stop.
2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
5.
So do you want to try the one-leg stand? Alrighty. So stand there just like you are, and put your hands to your side. And I'm going to explain and demonstrate this test, okay? So you're going to choose one. Just keep together just like this. You're good right there, okay? So you'll choose whichever leg you like. Keeping it straight, and he'll point it out. Hands to your side.
Finally, Bethany's on her way to the station, and she's still going strong with her monologue. As the officers collect her belongings from the car, she philosophizes about loading docks and how she feels they should be more welcoming, because that's exactly what's needed right now.
No. I was just drunk and driving, and then I ended up kind of in Cedar Point, kind of low dock. But I felt like it was like a Cedar Point, I felt like it was a welcome dock more than a low dock. You know what I mean? I feel like they welcome people more than they don't welcome people.
Oh, and in case you had doubts, they find a Solo cup chilling in her cup holder. Truly the cherry on top. Once at the station, she has a showdown with a breathalyzer, giving it her best shot, or, technically, not enough of a shot. Turns out, blowing steadily for 10 seconds is a lot harder than it sounds. After a few tries and one exhausted officer, Bethany finally completes the test.
Put your mouth around it. You have to close your mouth around the mouthpiece.
For you to put it in.
It's in there. Oh, okay. No, it's too much. Just right around there. Go ahead. All right, take it out real quick. You have to blow into it, like you're blowing up a balloon.
Take a deep breath.
Big deep breath in. And just put this part around your mouth, not the whole thing.
All new, okay.
Okay. You gotta blow much harder than that. Yeah, you hear that tone for about 10 seconds. Take another deep breath.
Really?
Yeah, about 10 seconds. Take a deep breath in. Breathe. Breathe for a second. You didn't take a breath at all. Okay. It's now, you need a little bit more, so take a deep breath in. Breathe for a second, and we'll do it again.
And the result? Well, let's just say Bethany's off-the-rails adventure has officially come to a screeching halt. As they say, the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem. And Bethany, to her credit, called it in herself.
Huh?
Oh my god, are these gonna be posted online?
Well, I hope not, but, so yeah, stand with your feet on the other side of that. Look straight ahead. Alright, turn and face that way for me.